name is Toyin Dari. It's the Financial Freedom Now show, and thank you so much to everyone for tuning in to this week's episode. As usual, we're going to deliver great value. We don't shy away from the topic of money, so we're going to be talking about money and how you can get from where you are to where you want to be. We're going to help you navigate that financial freedom journey. So, welcome on board. It's going to be an absolutely great show as usual. And so I am so glad to be talking about something very, very crucial, and it's the power of small habits. Building your financial future from one step at a time. Yeah, last episode we were talking about how starting now and getting perfect later was crucial for your journey, and today I want to talk about what the power of the small habits that you're building now. And this is not just going to be good for you as an adult, but it's going to be good for even the children as well. And if you've got kids, you can help them on that journey early, because a lot of us probably have over the years built bad habits, bad money habits, bad financial habits that have actually contributed to where we are currently. And so, what better ways to start the next generation on a better footing, but also not giving up on you, because you also can change the trajectory of your life by changing the small habits. So, we're going to be talking about how that is very, very crucial. Now, please understand when I refer to small habits, it's the reason why I'm referring to it and paying attention. It's because it's the foundation of the long term relationship you have with money, and the long term relation to the foundation of your financial freedom. Because a lot of times when I refer to financial freedom, talking about long term time, talking about legacy, everyone just thinks about that big thing. Actually, that big thing culminates from the small things that we do on a regular, and some of the things, like I said, has happened in the past that has formed who you are today. So it is important that we don't think, well, we can live with these habits that are not necessarily healthy, but then expect a different tomorrow, expect something entirely different. Now, what sort of habits am I focusing on? I'm talking about things like expenses, tracking expenses. I hesitated saying that because I was one of those that so got affected, and to be honest, it's still a journey for me, still a working, and I'll be very open to why that sort of affected me. Some people setting small habits like setting out of a fixed amount, being very, very intentional about saving a certain amount, or saving for the rainy day, or having an emergency pot. So small things like that, or even making sure that something as small as making sure that every single year you're financially better off than you were previous year, either by having another side also that's giving you additional income, or actually asking for that, even if it's a 1% pay rise at work, just looking for things that you actively make sure you do to actually improve yourself. And so for some people, it's actually investment to ensure that, okay, I invest in a particular amount on a monthly basis, on a yearly basis, or annual basis, or whatever it is that they want to. Oh, and so some people, it's about actually things like, oh, how do I improve myself? What are the things? I would read one book a year. I would read one book a month. I would read one book a week. I would listen to a podcast, or listen to a book, because I always say gone are the days when reading a book was a chore. Now it's a lot easier because you have the likes of, no affiliations to them. Don't mind if you sponsor the show. Just joking. But the likes of Audible, for example, you can listen to books. Even on YouTube, for example, there are loads of books that you can actually listen to. Loads of programs helping you improve. So there is something that you can do today that will help you start building that financial a small habits, but the financial habits that will give you that guaranteed financial freedom that you want. So it's not a case of, well, I wasn't born with it, or I was born with certain habits that's destroyed what my current outlook looks like. But what are you doing about the next 5 years, the next 10 years? What are you doing about the future? And I think that's really where I'm sort of coming out. So when we talk about um, starting from where you are, it's also about being intentional about building habits that would then culminate together to build that future. Now, I don't know what that looks like, and sometimes you may not even know exactly what it is that you need. But I think everyone is clear on the fact that there's certain general habits that we all need to. So again, now this is the time to actually pay attention to your shopping. How much do you spend on shopping every week? How much do you spend every month? How much do you spend on your personal, the grocery and utilities? What bills do you need to solve to collect back on? There was a time, and this wasn't entirely my fault. I won't lay any blame to anyone. There was a time where, um, because of some financial um, difficulty at the time, and I was not paying attention to how much was going out. I wasn't paying attention to what was coming in. I just didn't want. It was just like I didn't want it. I knew it was there, but I didn't want to visit it. Guess what? It makes the matters worse. It's not going away. So you face it. So if, for example, for you, spending is an issue, make sure you cut it. Make sure you watch what you're spending. Start paying attention to that, because the more you pay attention to it, the more you can see what the problem is and see how to sort of best fix it. So what are the small habits you're going to need to build? How are you going to be adding to yourself? So, I mean, obviously, some of you, one of the things you're doing, which I commend you on, is obviously listening to this show, Financial Freedom Show, on a regular basis to help equip yourself and learn, and that's good. But you can do so. But I don't want to just be a case of where I just happen to stumble on this. Set a time and make sure that you tell yourself, I will do this regularly. I will do this daily. I will do this weekly. Set small habits, easy ones that it's very easy to follow. One of the things that I started doing, like, I think it was a few years ago now, and someone actually just dropped it on their WhatsApp and said, "Oh, celebrating that the fact that they read the Bible in a year and they put out the app that they did it." And before then, I didn't know about it, and I thought, "Oh, wow, that's a good thing." And ever since then, what I do is I make sure I read my Bible every day. Now, I used to read my Bible. It was not as though I still read my Bible, but somehow it was negotiable for me to sort of miss some days because I was really busy, and I'd spend maybe maybe next 2 days I will have a longer devotional time, and that's great. However, what I realized I wanted and I knew it was better for me was to do it on a regular basis. So sometimes it's not just about, oh, well, I really went hard this one time. Or, I mean, for example, going to the gym. You could go to the gym and spend 5 hours and really go hard, but then the next 2 weeks the gym doesn't see you. That's not habits. That's not healthy. You want to build regular, consistent steps to help you build habits that will help you build that goal. And it just also builds your discipline and consistency. And if there's one thing that you need to do to grow to be successful, is consistency. You need to be consistent. People need to know that you're solid, you're going to be there, whether in business, whether personally. They need to know that you are not wavering, you're not gonna, and especially in the world we live now, where everything is so bendy, things falling out of bed every time. You need to be that one voice, one visibility that everyone knows is always there. So, question to you is, what are the practical steps you're gonna take to build the habits that you need and helping you stick to it? So that's why I said earlier, I want you to build something that's not necessarily the most difficult. Set something that's easy or easier to keep to, and make sure that you stick to them. So whatever it is, what you're gonna do in the morning before you pick up your phone, you're gonna read your Bible. That's something you want to do. Or before you go on social media or you pick up your phone, you're going to make sure you listen to 10 minutes of that financial book. You're going to read, or you're going to take. I mean, one of the things I've started now and it's been out there, but I told myself, look, come what may, before I go to bed every single morning, I've got my Apple Watch. I need to make sure I've clocked 10,000 steps. Now, I've done this and previously before, and it was good. But every now and then, I did not necessarily make it. I mean, I could go, like what I said, I could go hard some days and do 20,000, do 30,000, and then I'm not there. And before I know it, it's easy to negotiate and come out of that plan. So for me now, what I wanted to do is I want to do as minimal as I can, which is obviously I've gone for 10,000 steps, but I want to make sure I don't break it. And it's almost like a promise to myself. So what are the habits you're going to be building this week? Let me know in the comment section. And you know what to do. Please make sure you share with your loved ones this Financial Freedom Now show, because it would help them just like I know it's helping me. Until next time, my name is Toyin Dari. God bless you.